Wanna be her for your mom to your pop to the bees to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curve like I'm Barry Sanders.
Coach, thanks. As mentioned, we are on the North Shore of Pittsburgh. It's sold out Heinz Field in the Steel City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
There! 30 pace, let's go. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. See it. Talk. Break down. Lock it. Watch it. Ready, go.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Check it out, read. Ready, go.
Now a give, right side. Grant. And he's got room. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
44's the money. Hey, watch the slant. Hard. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Let's go.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go. Mike, 44. Oh, you got deep?
2nd and 6. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now Hunt. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Switch.
2nd and 9 now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Stanley, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man. With a big-time sack on third down, it's a loss of 7. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield.
At their own 46-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
53, Mike 53. Come on. Yes. Watch twist. Check 31, check 5.
Now a give right side. It's Grant. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
Check tight. Go. Alpha. 44 to Mike. Check.
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll run. This is Hunt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10.
Check 44, check 66, pull it high. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because Once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that if they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
Now a handoff here to his running back, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. We're scoreless after 1. To throw on second down. Stanley, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And he completes it to Hunt. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first.
Gotta like what we're seeing from him so far in this game. This is the 3rd game of the season, and he's already accumulated an AFC Offensive Player of the Week award in this young year.
Yeah, week 2 was his. The announcement came Wednesday that he got that award. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done? Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
At the 18-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a give, right side. It's Grant. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Go. Let's get off the field. Check 43.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
I don't think you got it, son. Kill.
Now a give, right side. Grant. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. They'll drop the throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Olivier Vernon. That is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. And this one is right down the middle. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting in a field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. This is the tight end, the J0k. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun, Stanley. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
First down.
On 1st and 10, Stanley, and he fires one that's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Charlie.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking deep downfield. That's going to be caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Corey Grant, as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On the double. 53 is the mic. On the ball. Smoke. Mike, 53.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Incomplete in the end zone. It's now 2nd and 10.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now it's Hunt. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They run with Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude. By scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Ready. 60 out loud. Better bring it. You better. Leo. I'm letting you know right now.
They go back to Grant. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
Watch the pass. Mike 50. Watch the curve. General. West. Go.
They'll set up the throw. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Browns drive about to get started. And this has not been their best half so far. They're down double digits already and now forced to operate from inside their own 5.
And what they have to do now is not curse their fate as much as focus on the task at hand. Inside their own 5-yard line, they've got to be careful of taking care of the football and not turning it over for the defense to score additional points.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 5-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run again with Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He's got J0k3r, his big tight end. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Grant. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Sponge. No. He's checking. H3, 2, ready, go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Grant. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 50. Plant. Go. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet. Ready.
On first down, it's Grant. He will push his way down to about the 14. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. Well, no doubt here in the fourth quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
Hey. Banjo. 61. Matchbox. Light.
He'll look to throw. They're going to set up the screen here. This is Grant. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Corey Grant with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll weave his way up, all the way up, a few yards shy of midfield.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
The Browns drive about to get started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
Ready? 8, read. Yo, 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 yo. Yo. Ready.
They'll run again with Hunt. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
On 3rd down, Hunt. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the 1st. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this defense will take over right at midfield.
Ready, set. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I'm trying to collect.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make them go.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt, and tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Give them a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
Here's Austin Seibert now for the Browns field goal. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You can't block me.
This is Grant. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
They will run with Grant. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.